Heart-centered leaders do not exist in every organization and cannot be made or found overnight. Heart-centered leaders must grow into their principles and understand their purpose. The practice of a heart-centered leader mixes the actions of both a leader and a manager. You will notice that leadership focuses more on the ability to influence, whereas management deals more with the technical process of getting things accomplished. This juggling act between the two continues as managers must be flexible in their leadership approach so they may be more participative with certain employees while taking a much more directive approach with others. Sometimes you wear the manager's hat and recognize associates' need for security and guidance. Sometimes you wear the leader's hat and recognize the need for creativity and belonging. Dave Thomas wore many different hats over his lifetime, but one thing always remained the same: his passion for founding and operating Wendy's. Dave Thomas was and continues to be known by many as the cute old man featured in the Wendy's commercials. Dave Thomas's impression on others goes much further than that, though, especially for his employees. After complaining that he couldn't find a good hamburger in Columbus, Ohio, Dave Thomas opened his own restaurant on November 15, 1969, Wendy's, named after Thomas's 8-year-old daughter. Just as Susan Steinbrecher and Joelle Bennett created the 7 heart-centered leadership principles of know thyself, don't assume, don't judge, come to understand, they need what you need, letting go, know the impact of your words and actions, associates have a choice, they ultimately will go along or not, and care for the heart, Dave established his own 5 values. The 5 values are: quality is our recipe, do the right thing, treat people with respect, profit is not a dirty word, and giving back. These 5 values became the core foundation from which he ran his company and lived his life. Dave's legacy continues to exist within Wendy's restaurants with quotes such as, "Take care of your business and your business will take care of you," and "Share your success and help others succeed." Give everyone a chance to have a piece of the pie. If the pie is not big enough, make a bigger pie. Dave wanted each of his employees to achieve their dreams just as he did, encouraging teamwork and reliance upon one another. Hospitality organizations have had to re-engineer jobs to fit an ever-changing business environment due to increased competition, constantly changing market conditions, and providing quality products. This is all made possible through teamwork. When looking on Wendy's website, their culture is described as people, quality, and action. People is defined as, at Wendy's, people always come first. That includes our customers and our valued team. It is a legacy we live every day. This shows that Thomas built his company around teamwork. He believed that teamwork was the key to success. Dave liked to say, "There's no I in Wendy's. The first 2 letters are we." He believed that everyone has a role to play and every person is important. This supported his HCL leadership practices of Principle 4, letting go. At Wendy's, we are people-focused. We treat our customers as if they were guests in our own homes, and we treat our workforce family with dignity and respect for the variety of talents and skills they bring to us every day. Our commitment to quality in everything we do begins with our employees. Hiring the best person for each position gives us a competitive edge, and the diversity of our workforce is a reflection of today's global community. The individuals who make up our restaurant teams and office staff come from all walks of life, including a variety of cultures, ethnic backgrounds, and life experiences. Guided by the principles of fairness and inclusiveness, we are committed to building, supporting, and empowering a truly diverse workforce. A diverse workforce includes women, minorities, the elderly, the undereducated, and workers with disabilities. Thomas supported diversity because he was part of a diverse group himself. He was adopted as a child and a high school dropout who rose to become a billionaire. Dave's life could be compared to a classic rags to riches story. He could understand and empathize with many of the problems faced by his employees because he had experienced some of them himself. His understanding attitude showed that he followed the second HCL principle of don't assume, don't judge, come to understand. Dave resembled the first HCL principle of know thyself through his everlasting passion to better himself. One of Dave's biggest regrets, was dropping out of school at age 15 to find full-time employment. 45 years later, he returned to school and received his GED diploma. Completing his high school education was something that Dave Thomas felt was the right thing to do. Service always involves the guest as part of a transaction, and the goal of high-quality service is to ensure a satisfied guest. A high-quality service is one that meets or exceeds the guest's expectations. Chapter 3 focuses on the ability of an individual to create and maintain quality management throughout their establishments. Though business experts would point to different elements of Wendy's operations as the reason for its success, to Dave, it all came down to one thing: the customers. If we take care of our customers every day and exceed their expectations, we will earn their loyalty, he said. It all comes back to the basics. Serve customers the best tasting food at a good value in a clean, comfortable restaurant, and they will keep coming back. This quotation, taken from Dave Thomas's biography, reflects many of the same components of perceived service quality stated in the textbook: reliability, assurance, tangibles, responsiveness, and empathy. Dave grew up believing that the key to running a strong company was to provide quality service to the paying customers. One of Wendy's main advertising slogans, "Quality is our recipe," began its campaign between 1969 and 1979. During this time, Dave introduced America to his fresh, made-to-order square hamburger. The square patty was Dave's way of saying that, at Wendy's, we don't cut corners. Dave Thomas was a strong believer and follower of innovation. The success of Wendy's restaurants chain has a direct correlation to Thomas's management quest to make processes faster, better, and less expensive, while continuously striving to deliver products and services when, where, and how the customer desires for delivery. This management quest is known in the textbook as the concept of continuous improvement. Thomas also fostered the development of many breakthrough improvements throughout his lifetime. One of his first breakthrough improvements was in 1971 with the creation of the modern-day pickup window, revolutionizing the quick-service restaurant industry. The drive-up window wasn't brand new, but no one had made it work successfully. Originally designed as an add-on to the building to generate a few extra dollars in sales, it proved to be the catalyst that propelled Wendy's from a four-store Columbus chain into a food service phenomenon. The drive-up window allowed Wendy's to target a new market of the on-the-go customers, which placed them ahead of their competitors. Thomas wanted each of his customers to still receive the same level of quality, service, and freshness, even if through a car window. Thomas's management skills were further supported by the quality movement as his innovations changed the industry. Under Dave's leadership, Wendy's led the industry in product innovations. In 1979, the company was the first national chain to introduce salad bars, and in 1983, Wendy's added baked potatoes to their menu. Other innovations followed, including the 99-cent Super Value menu, breaded chicken sandwich, fresh carry-out salads, and the spicy chicken sandwich. These innovations allowed and continue to allow Wendy's customers to save money and eat healthier fast food. Thomas wanted his restaurant chain to stand out from the others. He made this possible by developing new and unique ideas. His continuous need for innovation and change supports that he was a hospitality leader guided by the quality of his products. Quality sells a quality product causes customers to return, and this combination is the foundation of the hospitality industry. The structure of Wendy's has evolved over the years. Wendy's originally operated under a centralized business structure, which placed majority of decision-making authority into the hands of Dave. With this being said, Dave only used his authoritative power when needed to save the business, such as in 1986 when he began visiting franchises to regain employee momentum and sales, or in 1989 when he became the television spokesperson. The present-day business structure of Wendy's now resembles a more decentralized organizational structure, allowing individual franchise owners more power. Wendy's restaurants model a Type C organization where employees at different levels each contribute their ideas to better the company. Wendy's sets the standards for the menu, food quality, and exterior store appearance, but individual owners have the freedom to choose the hours of operation, staff salary, pricing, and interior decoration. This freedom allows owners to feel included and responsible for making certain business decisions, encouraging empowerment. Dave trusted his employees because he provided them with the building blocks to succeed, characteristics of a strong leader. Dave Thomas effectively used the traditional management skills to carry out his job as manager and founder of Wendy's, while also utilizing the HCL principle of know the impact of your words and actions. From the opening of his first restaurant in 1969 till 1982, Dave Thomas commanded day-to-day operations at Wendy's. His technical skills included physically working in the kitchens, flipping burgers when the help was needed, and visiting multiple stores to help rebuild their credibility. Even after he stopped day-to-day command, Dave visited franchises and espoused his hard-working, so-called mop bucket attitude. Through his store visits and hands-on approach of management, he was able to affect every part of the transaction, from the employee to the guest. Dave often said, "I'm just a hamburger cook." This represents the characteristics of HCL Principle 3, they need what you need, showing that Dave did not believe he was any different than his employees. Towards the end of his management career, Dave began concentrating more on his ability to give back to his employees and make each of their dreams come true, as his did. This shows how his conceptual skills molded Wendy's into its surrounding communities and the hospitality industry. Dave developed a work environment surrounded by the sixth HCL principle: associates have a choice, they ultimately will go along or not, where his employees wanted to come to work. Dave Thomas was a transformational leader who always had something to share, and his employees were always anxious to gain his knowledge of the industry. He was a role model and someone people wanted to emulate because his hard work and dedication led to an international company. This vision caused employees to feel needed and appreciated for their efforts, empowering them to go the extra mile for their company. Dave demonstrates certain aspects of HCL Principle 7, care for the heart, first through his efforts to create healthier fast food options for individuals on the go, and second through his emotional and spiritual connections to supporting charitable efforts. Dave spent countless time and money working to eliminate adoption obstacles and raise awareness for the cause. Though adoption was held closest to his heart, Dave also supported charities for medical research and education. Dave Thomas resembles the principles of a heart-centered leader through the leadership practices he instituted for his company, his modest attitude, willingness to be involved, and charitable involvement. All individuals should hope to one day manage and lead as Dave Thomas did, leaving a lasting impression on their employees through a hands-on approach, willingness to gain knowledge from others, and ability to show everything they know.
It certainly is a big bun.
It's a very big bun.
Big fluffy bun.
It's a very big fluffy bun.
Where's the beef?
Some hamburger places give you a lot less beef on a lot of bun.
Where's the beef?
At Wendy's, we serve a hamburger we modestly call a single. And Wendy's single has more beef than the Whopper or Big Mac. At Wendy's, you get more beef and less bun.
Hey, where's the beef? I don't think there's anybody back there.
You want something better. Your Wendy's.